welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and today's video is all about how people define you, what kind of adjectives they associate with you, whatever concepts, words they think of whenever they think of you. So for this reading, I've got 4 piles for you to choose from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. So you guys can now take a moment and see which pile or piles you're most drawn to, and after you've selected your pile, there are timestamps in the description box below which you can use to jump ahead to reading to see exactly how people define you. So let's get straight into it. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's see how people define you. So we have 6 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 8 of Swords, and King of Pentacles. Okay, so pile 1. How do people define you? Okay, so with the 6 of Wands here, this is a clear indicator of the fact that one adjective people use for you is successful. It is victory. That's another word that's coming to my mind whenever I look at this card for you. People really think that you are a very successful person. You might not be in the traditional sense, but people have their own opinions, people have their own perspective when it comes to success. Everybody has their own definition, but in your case, when people are looking at you, you are their definition of success, of achieving, of victory, basically, of achieving your goals in life. That's who you are. You are the epitome of victory. You are the epitome of success. And people obviously strive to be like that whenever they think of a successful person. Maybe you're not successful in like the public sense. Maybe you're just successful in terms of, amongst your close people, like your family or something. Maybe you're the one who is living the best life or is living the most comfortable life, whereas the other people in your family, your relatives and all, they're not doing so well. So that's why every time they think about success, you are the one that pops in their head. You are the one they think of, because and I feel like you guys are the benchmark for success for those people, because they're like, okay, we have to be as successful as pile 1. We have to be like, they're like this. So if we want, either we have to be at that level that pile 1's at, or we have to be better than them. So you are like this benchmark kind of what that people kind of go like, okay, this is my line, this is my level, and it's either this or better than this. All right. Another thing that I'm seeing with the 2 of Cups here is that, and along with the 3 of Cups here, some people might be thinking that, okay, with the 2 of Cups here, I'm seeing that, you're a very cooperative kind of a person, like you work well in a team. You are a team player. Because we have 3 of Cups right next to it as well. So it's not just that, oh, you are only good in terms of love. That is there. I'm going to get to that in a bit. But I'm really seeing that you're someone who works well in terms of partnership in a group setting. If you have a group project in any way, you will do really well, and people love that. People love working with you, a pile 1. They know that, one, you are gonna work in a really professional manner, like you're gonna keep it all professional, but at the same time you're gonna make it fun. We have 3 of Cups here, so a lot of fun, merriment, enjoyment is associated with you. People really associate that term. They're like, okay, as long as we're with pile 1, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We are going to enjoy ourselves. We're not gonna be bored, So it's either the fact that you're really funny, like you're really humorous, you have a good sense of humor, or your personality is so interesting and enjoyable that you make people have a good time whenever they're with you. So people just love to hang out with you. They love to be your friend, and according to people, you're a really good and a really sincere friend as well, pile 1. So bear that in mind next time you think that somebody doesn't like you. Your friends, the ones who truly love you, the ones who truly care about you, they really see you as a sincere friend, a really good friend, someone they can have a good time with, someone that makes them feel good, especially when they're going through some troubling times. You are that, you're that silver lining, you're that saving grace that makes it all worth it, that makes it all bearable. You help your friends endure bad times. I'm really seeing that. And of course, we have Two of Cups. We're gonna talk about love here. So I'm getting a couple of messages here. One message that I'm getting is that some people think that you're always in a relationship. Like, according to people, you've never been single. Let me know if that's true for you guys. But if people are like thinking that, okay, like if they're thinking of somebody single, you're not gonna come in their mind. So people have this opinion. They think that you're always in a relationship. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a short term or a long term. Is that people have never seen you single, and they just cannot imagine you single. Like, to that point where they're like, no, this pile one's always, they have to be with someone. They People just cannot visualize you without someone, pile one. But and at the same time, they can see that you're a very loving person. We also have Three of Cups here. You're a very loving person, and you give it your all in any relationship, be it friendship, partnership, romantic relationship, whatever. You give it your all, be it marriage or anything. So some people, they take time to open up, and even if they do open up, they just keep some aspect of themselves back, so they're not really full into the relationship. But you're not like that. You give it your all. You're sincere, and yeah, every time they're like, yeah, pile one is always in a relationship, but at the same time they're sincere. That's why they're easily able to attract people. We also have Eight of Swords right here, so this is clearly telling me that one, you have a strong power of attraction. Pile one, really strong power of attraction, to the point where if a person comes in your life, they're like, okay, they forget everything else, and it takes them a really long time to, like, if they want to get out of a relationship with you, it takes them a really long time to get out of that. But at the same time, I'm also seeing that with the Eight of Swords here, I feel like some people might even define you as a very possessive person. They might think that you're very possessive, like in a good way. I'm not seeing it in a negative way. Of course, if somebody is feeling suffocated, if they are taking it in a negative way, then that's their opinion, But in terms of you guys, I don't see that your possessive nature kind of borders on, the negative. I feel like it's more on the positive side, where you're like that cute kind of jealous, like when your partner is jealous and you find it cute, kind of like that. So I do see that some people might describe you as possessive, they might describe you as jealous, but in the relationship sense, not that, oh, you're jealous of somebody's success. I don't think that's the case with you guys. You're not, because you already have so much of your own success. You have no reason to be jealous of anybody else's success. So, but if suppose somebody's asking your partner about you, somebody's asking your friends about you, they'll say that, yeah, they are possessive, but in a good way, It's adorable on them. It looks good on them. They're possessive because they care, not because they want to control us, So your people who truly know you, who truly value you, they see the truth about this particular aspect of your personality. Pile one. Then we have a King of Pentacles. Like, yeah, this kind of goes in accordance with this one, Six of Wands. People look, because we also have this crown here, so people really think that you have it all. You have the success, you have the best relationships, you have the best friends, you're like the perfect kind of a person to be with, because everybody just wants to be with you. So people really think that you have it all. So when people are thinking of somebody, and with this King of Pentacles, I just got this literally just got this message right now, pile one, that people think that you are a really good business person. Like, you're really good at that, selling, negotiating, doing business. You are really good at that. So if you're someone who's not into business, who doesn't have his or her own business, you want to have your own business, I feel like you might just do really well, because people have a strong opinion that you'll do really well in terms of business. And every time, like, even in your job, if you're coming across if you're coming across different people, you're talking to them, they get this, I feel like this is more of the public opinion of you, they think that you're a very good business person. They think that you have the sense to talk and to sell and negotiate, and you're really mature in terms of doing business. Not everybody's mature. Sometimes it takes a really long time for a person to learn how to do business, but I feel like you guys either have a natural inclination to do business, like you're just born with that ability, or it's just that you have learned it like really quickly. Like if you are someone who had to learn it, you learned it really quickly, and now you're just like one of the best at it. So wow. This is powerful, this one, King of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Hermit. Let's see what else people are saying. Ace of Wands, King of Wands. Okay, another king coming up. We have Six of, oh my goodness, this confirmation, guys. I did not do this on purpose, I swear. And we have Death, of course. Okay. All right, so the Hermit, Ace of Wands, and King of Wands, these three cards are clearly telling me that another word people associate with you is the word of independent. Like people think that you're highly independent. And with the Hermit here, of course, we're going to be adding the words wisdom and maturity as well to you guys. So pile one, people really think that not only are you independent, but like I'm saying, you're really mature in terms of doing business. So, but maybe now other people think that you're just mature in general. You know how to deal with the world. You know how to, move around in this world, because a lot of times, a lot of people, they don't know, then they get in trouble. But you guys, how to move around in this world. You know how to talk to people, how to deal with them, what to say to whom exactly, and what not to say. So you have that sense. You're not stupid. Next time you think that you're not. Just watch this reading. You'll know exactly that you're not stupid. You're really mature, and it's because of the fact that you're constantly reflecting. Some people might even say you're lost in your own dream world. They might say that you have this dreamy kind of an expression on your face all the time. And it's not because that you're lost in a dream world. It's just that you're reflecting. You're in deep reflection upon yourself, your actions, your words. You're always kind of making sure, okay, whenever you get some free time, you don't waste it on going around and gossiping with people, or you don't waste it on frivolous thing like scrolling through Instagram and all that. I feel like you guys take your time, your alone time, to meditate, to reflect upon the day, the action, the emotions that you guys felt and why you felt them, all of that. So obviously the more you reflect, the more awareness you're going to get, and the more mature you'll be. So I'm seeing like, yeah, you guys are really self-aware. And obviously when you're self-aware, it makes you be aware of other people as well. So that's why you're able to understand people. That's why you're able to do business with them, or you can talk to them like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. That's the kind of knowledge and experience you guys have. And then of course we have Ace of Wands along with King of Wands and Six of Wands. You guys can see all these colors here, all these rainbow colors. So this clearly tells me that one thing, and of course Ace of Wands is that card which talks about creativity. So people really associate the word creativity with you guys. Pile one, they think you're a highly creative individual, and obviously creativity also is factor of intelligence, in my opinion, at least. So people really think that you come up with the most unique ideas. You guys can see all this galaxy print. So they think that you have an abundance of creativity, because these colors, like pink, purple, blue, black, gray, these are all the colors of a galaxy. So obviously what's a galaxy? It's like stars, and it's infinite and limitless. So people really think that your creativity is limitless. You are always coming up with new ideas. That's why people think that you're going to be really good as an entrepreneur, as a business person, because you have such unique ideas, and to the point where you can actually apply for a patent on them, like if you guys wanted to. That's how unique your ideas are. A pile one. So people, they're just like, yeah, if anybody's going to be able to do business, it's going to be pile one. If anybody's going to be succeeding among us, it's going to be pile one. So you people have some really high expectations when it comes to you, pile one. And of course, we have all these fireworks. So people, another thing, another word people associate with you guys is the word of respect. So people really respect you, pile one. And every time they think of you, they go like, pile one respects everybody else. Like, no matter their status, no matter their age, size, whatever, they respect everyone. They treat everybody equally, because we have six of wands. The number 6, it talks about harmony, it talks about balance. So this really tells me that you guys are all about creating an equilibrium, treating everybody equally, and not just equally, but in equity. Like, you are able to treat everybody in the way that they're meant to be treated. They're able to provide for people as much as they need. So people really associate that word of respect with you guys. Not only do you respect others, but people also respect you. You've earned that respect. You've earned that appreciation of people. If people are in awe of you, if they are looking up at you, if they're idealizing you, you better give yourself credit, pile one. Excuse me. You better not be like, no, I don't deserve any of it. No, it's just you guys being modest and you guys being really humble. And yeah, that's obviously me seeing that. Obviously, another word being associated with you is modesty. It's humbleness. And then we have death. So this card means transformation. So a lot of people who clearly know you, I'm really getting this, that this is more of the, like, this card was more for the general public, like how they defined you, but this is more like how your inner circle defines you. And it's the fact that they define you as a very transformative person. Like, those people have literally witnessed your transformations. That's how close these are. I'm talking about your family. I'm talking about your best friend. Like the lifelong best friends kind of a thing. Those people, they have seen your transformation. They have seen you evolving. So evolution is another word that comes to my mind when I'm looking at your cards. That's how people define you, that you're a very evolutionary person, that you're always evolving, always making yourself better by meditating and reflecting upon your actions. And you're not, like, even if you are terrified of change, you hate it, you're uncomfortable, but you're able to deal with it. And every time a transformation comes in your life, pile one, you're able to get better. You're just always leveling up. There's never been a transformation that has downgraded you. So, I mean, that's what people think. You might think differently, but according to people, you're just getting better and better day by day, all right? So let's see what your final cards have to tell us. Okay, so we have the word of alchemist. So a transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom, guys. Like, transformation we're just talking about. You guys, wow, you guys are precious. Then we have gambler, willingness to follow intuition when others doubt you. So this card tells me that you are a very intuitive person. People really think that you are a very intuitive person. And of course, when you are meditating so much, when you're connecting with yourself, of course your intuition is going to be really strong. So of course, and with the gambler here, I'm also getting this message that people think that you're not afraid to take risks. That, you might be like, okay, the whole world might be against me, the whole world might be telling me, but you will try. You will give it at least one try. And if you fail, you fail. That's okay. You're like, it's okay, fine if I fail. But you're not gonna just sit back and be like, okay, I'm not gonna give it a shot because it's not gonna work out anyway. You will give it a chance. You're not gonna give up and be like, let's not even go there. You will try. If you want to try something, you will. So people really think that you are really brave in terms of taking risks. And maybe because you know your own power, pile one. You are not someone, because you know your own power, you know what your strengths are, you know what your weaknesses are, you know exactly what you can and cannot do. So of course that's why it's easier for you, according to people, it's easier for you to take risks and to move forward, take the initiative. And I do see that, and that kind of, with the 6 of Wands energy coming through, that really makes people kind of follow you, and get inspiration from you, because they're like, if pile one can do it, why can't we do it? So people really try. So you're kind of like a trendsetter. And then we have a companion. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness, of course. Like, yeah, like that's the thing. Companion, the Two of Cups energy, the Three of Cups energy. So you are, with the loyalty card word coming up, you are a very loyal person. And of course the Eight of Swords energy, we have the word tenacity here as well. So that's what I was saying, you are a possessive a person. You are, like, in a good way, you do not give up on a person. So it's very easy to give up on a person, pile one, be it your friend, be it your partner. You can easily go up to them and be like, I'm giving up on you, forget it, I'm moving on. But you're not like that. You will give it your all until the end. It is only when you're like, okay, I've done all I could and it's still not working out, only then you will be like, okay, it's time to part ways. But you're not gonna give up before then. And that makes you a really powerful person, Padawan. Right? So this is all I have for you guys, Padawan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's see how people define you. All right, we have Justice. Powerful card already. We have Ace of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. And Five of Swords. Guys, I'm getting some really powerful vibes from these cards. Like some really intense energy. So this really, obviously the energy that I'm getting already just tells me exactly how powerful you guys are, and people see you as that powerful person. With this Justice card here, you guys can see the sword and all of that, and how justice is like, justice comes for everyone, for some it comes immediately, for some it takes time, but karma always has a way of coming back. And I feel like you guys, people associate the word justice with you. Now it could be because you guys probably might be studying law. You guys might be lawyers. You guys might be aspiring lawyers. Like, that might be your dream, that, okay, I want to be a lawyer. Or you're just someone who is really interested in the law. Like, maybe you weren't able to study law, but you're highly interested in it. Probably it's like a passion of yours, a hobby of yours. It could be that, or it could just be that, you, when you are here, when you are treating somebody, you're treating them all equally, pile 2. Even if it comes to going against your family because they're wrong, you will do it. You're always standing up for what's right. You are an advocate for truth. You are, or it could also be that you guys are a detective, by the way, or into all of that stuff, solving. When you're reading a book, you're always like, okay, who's the killer? Who's the killer? Who's the one? Who did it? You're like that. So this really tells me that people think that you are always standing up for what's right. You're always standing up for the underdog. Some people might even define you as an activist. It could be a social activist. It could be a climate activist. Activists of any sort, animal rights activists, all of those things. So people really associate those words with you because you're always looking out for everybody. Pile 2, I feel like you guys are like defenders, you're always looking out for everyone. You're always defending people. You're always standing up for the weaker people, whoever it is. You're always standing up for them, whether you know them, whether you don't know them. You're gonna be like, no, I will stand up for what's right. I will stand up for this person because this person's right. I'm not just gonna support someone there when they're wrong just because I know them or something. You're not like that. So yeah, I don't even know about the rest of your cards, but this one, yeah, this really tells me you're a very strong individual, pile 2. And when you are able to do that, when you're able to stand up to what's wrong, when you're able to stand up for the injustice that's taking place, that proves that you are very strong mentally. You're very strong emotionally. And of course, we have Ace of Cups right next to it. So this really tells me that emotionally, mentally, you're at another level, a pile 2, and people aspire to be at that level where you are. That's why, because you're not afraid. You're not afraid of what people are going to say. You're not afraid of people throwing you out or treating you like an outcast. You're not afraid of people snubbing you or going like, okay, we're not talking, or giving you the silent treatment. You're like, no, you're wrong, you're wrong. And I am there gonna tell you that until you fix your mistake, until you apologize or whatever. So, wow, this really tells me that you guys are really powerful and strong and really secure in yourself, because we have Ace of Cups here. This talks about, relationships and emotions in abundance, and especially all the good things in abundance. So, the reason you're not afraid is because you know you're right in whatever it is that you're doing. You know you're right, and you're like, it's okay if people don't believe me, if people don't agree with me. I know what I'm doing is right. And that kind of a feeling, that kind of a belief system, your belief system is so strong. Wow. Intimate. I'm just getting, you guys are like this sword, this powerful sword, and all this, like, there's this sword, but then there's this balance scale as well. So you're all about creating balance in life. And some people, I just got this message from this card, pile 2, that some people might think that you have an eye for, like feng shui and all of those things. You guys might be very good at that, because you're like, okay, you know how to balance the elements in a given space. You're like, okay, this much has to be there, this much of this element has to be in this direction, and this and that. So you're able to balance out energies as well. So this really tells me that if you're into feng shui, all of those things, yeah, I feel like people will be like, oh, this one's perfect, this one's really good, they have a natural talent for doing that. And of course we have Ace of Cups here. So this tells me that people think that you are an abundant person. Pile 2, you might not think that way, but this is people's opinion and how they define you. They think that you are abundant in intelligence, you are abundant in confidence. We have 9 of Wands here. You are abundant in bravery and courage. 4 of Pentacles, you are abundant in terms of money. So people really think that you have you have more than enough. And that's why you are able to live a comfortable life. Some people who are kind of slightly resentful of you, a pile 2, they might think that because of all the blessings that you have, that's what makes you so fearless. But I feel like it is you as a person who's the strong one. It has nothing to do with what you have and what you don't have. But of course, it's people's opinions. You can't change that, and they'll think whatever they want to think. It's the only thing you can do is just live your life to the best of your ability, right? So, but yeah, people really think that you are an abundant person. And 4 of Pentacles, this also tells me that not only people think that you are well off, like financially, like you're abundant financially, but at the same time, some people think that you can be very secretive as well. You keep the valuable information to yourself. Some people might say, and of course, I have a feeling that you come across a lot of valuable, privileged information, sometimes even sensitive nature, sensitive information. And of course you would, because of this nature of yours, this Justice card. Like if you are, for example, if you are a lawyer aspiring to become one, of course you will come across information that you cannot share with people. So yeah, some people might be like this person, and I feel like some people kind of envy you for that as well, pile 2, that they think that you come across so much information, so much sensitive information, that yeah, some people would love to be in your shoes. If they could be, they will love to be in your shoes, pile 2. And of course we have 9 of Wands and 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords clearly tells me that people really think that your enemies do not stand a chance against you. They do not stand a single chance, not even an iota of a chance against you. Pile 2, if they try to go against you, they're gonna end up defeated. They think initially, like if your enemies get to know that, God forbid, you're going through a tough time, they'll be happy about it and they'll try to make it worse for you. However, like I'm saying, it's karma. I feel like whoever wrongs you, pile 2, they always get their karma back. Like, and in this world, they get it like so quickly, and you don't even have to do anything. I feel like justice, the power of justice, it is literally in your soul. Like, this is what you attract. You attract justice. That's what I'm feeling. as I look at these cards, because your enemies might be like, initially they'll be like, oh, see, we succeeded, we succeeded against pile 2, we ended up defeating them. But soon enough, week, 2 weeks, month, 2 months, even a year, okay, that's the latest we can go. A year later, they're not okay. They're not doing so well, and people often wonder that, okay, what just happened? Everything was going so well for your enemies, and all of a sudden, what happened? And you're also like, I have no idea. But it's just that your soul just attracted that justice. So people should be really careful. They should be careful. They should be really careful about, going against you, of making an enemy out of you. Because making an enemy out of you is different, because they're not necessarily doing anything wrong. They are just not agreeing with you or something, or they're just choosing to go against you. But if somebody deliberately tries to hurt you, yeah, the universe is not going to spare them. You don't have to do anything, because the power of justice in your soul will just bring that karma to them. So I feel like, and also with this justice card, I'm also getting this vibe that you guys are karma. Not only do your enemies get karma, but you are able to bring karma to other people, because you're always fighting for the right thing. You're always fighting for the right cause. So I feel like you're other people's karma. Some people, they look at you, they're like, karma has arrived. Karma is here. They might say that to you. Some people might say it as a joke. Some people might mean it. But yeah, that's how powerful you guys are. We have 8 of Cups. We have the Devil in reverse. We have Imagination Station in reverse. Okay. We have 5 of Cups. And we have the Magician. Interesting. Okay. So pile 2. This 8 of Cups in reverse, the Devil in reverse. This really tells me that you guys are free from the confines of people's expectations. It's not that people don't have expectations from you. People have a lot of expectations from you, but you don't let that control you. Some people, they don't do certain things because they're afraid of going against their family. They're afraid of going against their loved ones. They're afraid of stepping on some toes. But you guys are not like that. You guys are free from all of that. And you will never, pile 2, you will never allow anyone to control you. No way. Not your mind, not your heart, not any other person. You are just not going to allow that. No way. And if you feel that, oh, my mind is trying to control me, my mind is trying to influence me in some way, because I feel like you guys are able to figure it out. You guys are so powerful, like spiritually, at a soul level, you guys are so strong that you are able to understand that, okay, this thought coming in my head, is it my thought, or is it something that, my mind is trying to tell me? Because the mind, like the inner voice, it's your own personal enemy. It's everybody's personal enemy. So you guys are able to distinguish between your thoughts. You're like, okay, these are my thoughts. These are the ones that are normal for me. These thoughts are not my thoughts. They are not the ones I deliberately think of. So when you come across such negative energies, you're able to figure it out. You're able to point that out. And then you put a stop to it. You're like, nope, not happening. No way. So I just feel like this is at a really personal level. I feel like not many people know this about you, but some people, of course, they know, because we're talking about how people define you, right? So people know that, okay, this person, pile 2, cannot be controlled. No way. No one can influence this pile 2. No one can. People can try. People can exhaust themselves trying to influence you. And they will not succeed. They will never succeed. And then we have Imagination Station in reverse. So this kind of tells me, even though this card is just unique to this deck, but this really tells me that, you are according to people, pile 2, you're a very practical person. You're very practical, very hands-on, very realistic. You will not spend time entertaining fantasies. Maybe you don't have the time for it because of your busy schedule, being the activist, fighting for the right cause, maybe. But even when you're by yourself, You might have that imagination that, yeah, okay, you are able to think, you are able to be creative, because we have the magician here. But you, like I'm saying, you're more realistic as compared to an idealist, so yeah. I mean, you have your goals, you do fantasize about reaching a certain level, like you have your ideal self. Everybody has it. But you are, you utilize your practical sense more, because you know that in order to reach your ideal self, you have to kind of, start working on it right now. Like, it's not just going to come to you. You'll have to work for it. There will be obstacles in the way. We have 9 of Wands. I just feel like even if there are obstacles in your way, you're like so brave about it. And that's why people are saying you're abundant in terms of bravery. You are courage, bravery. You're not afraid. The whole world could be against you, and you'll be like, okay, bring it on. Let's fight. Let's do it. You will be ready to go against them if it comes to that. All right. So then we have 5 of Cups here. So I feel like I'm seeing like all these, you know, I just feel like some people can get really disappointed in you because, sometimes you don't support them when they're expecting that support. Some people know that having your support, pile 2, is like the biggest power they can have. They know that as long as you're standing by them, because people know that you stand up for what's right. So if you're on somebody's side, if you're on a person's side, that person knows that they're right. And that gives them more confidence in themselves. And they go like, okay, now we can, now that gives them, I feel like makes them feel as if they have the right to argue more. They have the right to continue their discussion, debate, argument, whatever. And for those people who were expecting you to side with them, yeah, and when you don't, it can be like really disappointing. But at the same time, I feel like it doesn't affect you. Or even if it affects you, it just affects you at a very surface level. You don't allow it to get too deep, because if that happens, then you're going to get influenced by those people. Then, of course, then your judgment is going to start clouding. And we cannot have that. We need clarity. We need clear people like you in this world. Pile 2. And then we have the Magician. Of course, like people think that you're incredibly powerful, and because of this, because you are always like you're into, and I feel like obviously when you're being an activist, when you're fighting for what's right, even if it's a stranger, you're able to build a lot of connections. Pile 2. So I feel like people really think that you're incredibly resourceful. And of course, this tells me that if it comes to a debate with you guys, if it comes to an argument with you guys, no one can win. Because you're going to pull facts from God knows what corner of the internet, and you're going to throw it at the other person, at your opponent's face. And they'll be left speechless. They'll be like, okay, how are we supposed to counter that? So when it comes to debate, probably you were a debate champion in your high school years or college years or something, or maybe if you're still in college or high school, maybe you're into that. But the kind of information that you have, people really think that you're incredibly resourceful, you're incredibly powerful, and some people really feel as if there's nothing that you don't know. Wow. Powerful, strong individuals. And I'm really proud of you guys. I'm really proud that you are able to have that self-worth and self-confidence in yourselves. Never let that go, pile 2. Never let that go. That is your ultimate strength, I feel like. Okay, we have Messiah. We have serving humanity with humility. Of course we do. That's how I've been talking about, right? Like, you're standing up for people. You're going like, yeah, you're doing what's right. You're fighting for what's right. And I feel like, especially for the underprivileged people, pile 2, you do a lot. You care about them so much, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to improve their lives. I feel like you guys might also be into a lot of voluntary services, a lot of community services, because you're like, no, I have to help the people. I cannot let anybody suffer. That's what people think. And that's why when you're supporting someone, it's like this energy, this Messiah energy that, yeah, this person's there. This person's going to help me. So all of a sudden everything just becomes better for that person who you're helping. You guys are awesome. Awesome people. All right, we have thief. Shed light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Guys, like I was saying, your knowledge is power. Knowledge is money. Right? And I just feel like that's what you guys are. And you have so much knowledge within you. You have so much potential within you, so much talent that you guys should never doubt yourselves. Pile 2, never ever doubt yourselves, because according to the people, you have unlimited potential, and you also need to kind of explore that potential. Like if you are in doubt right now and you're like, no, I don't have any talents or skills, there's a treasure trove of skills and talents that you possess, and you just don't know that. You need to get into that self-reflection mode. You need to start working on yourself, start practicing different things. You never know what might strike. You never know where that talent is. And yeah, and then we have God. Okay. That's a very powerful, very surreal kind of energy here. We have benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal forces within yourself and others. Guys, do you even need to explain this? Come on. Yeah, you see the good. Like I'm saying, justice is like blind. It comes for everybody. So, and I feel like this card tells me that if somebody, like, there are two people, two strangers, okay, you don't know them, not a thing, you don't even know their names, but those two are telling you their point of views. They're giving, the one person is saying, oh, this has happened, and blaming the other person, and then the other person is telling you their account and blaming the other person. You don't have to know them personally to know who's telling the truth. You are able to figure it out because of this power of justice within you. So you are really able to find the truth. You guys have that ability. And it's just intuition. You guys just intuitively know who's telling the truth and who's lying to you. Now I'm just intimidated. People shouldn't even lie to you. They shouldn't even bother. Pile 2, all right? So this is all I have for you. Pile 2, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's see how people define you. All right, we have 3 of Wands. We have 6 of Cups. 4 of Cups. 8 of Wands, and Death in reverse. Okay. So, this is interesting. The kind of words that are popping in my mind as I look at your cards, Pile 3. All the words that people think attribute to you, associate with you. Okay, so we have 3 of Wands, and then we have 8 of Wands. So what this tells me is one word people associate with you is the word of traveler. Some people might even go as far as to call you a nomad. They think that you're always traveling. People think that you love to travel, and that's all you do, that's all you'll ever do. So people think, they believe that you just love to travel, you just love to go around, even if you're not able to like take big vacations or something to other countries. Even if you're just in your town, you're always around. You're always going on. You're hardly ever home. People will find you outside doing God knows, sometimes you're shopping, sometimes you're running errands, but you're always running around. You're always going someplace. You're hardly ever home. Some people might even say that you have so much energy within you that you just cannot stay in one place. Some people might even say you have springs attached to your feet, and they're helping you bounce around the whole place. So people really think that you're constantly moving. They associate the word energy with you. They think that you're highly energetic, that you're always just, probably you're always exercising. You're always just, moving around, always walking. People just see you doing a whole lot of physical activity. They hardly ever see you just sitting on a couch and watching TV. I don't think I feel like that's a rare case with you guys, sitting in one place and just watching TV. You're always doing something or the other. All right. But at the same time, 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, this also tells me that people associate the word progress with you, prosperity with you. Um, so because both these cards talk about progress, and some people really think that you have progressed in life really quickly. People associate the word speed with you. Maybe you're someone who likes to drive really fast, you know or whatever you do it really fast. Any task that has been given to you, you're the first one to do it. If you're amongst your friends and you guys are at this restaurant or something, you guys are all eating, you'll be the first one to finish your food. And if you're doing your exam, you're taking your exams, you'll be the first one to finish. So people really associate the word speed with you. That superhero Flash, that's coming to my mind. So people might even nickname you as Flash. They're like, you're like the Flash, you're always just doing something, everything so quickly, so fast. So that's one way people define you. But another way, yeah, people really think that you have progressed in life really quickly. And maybe at a very young age, you started earning a good amount of money, or maybe like there was this phase, where you were earning really a good amount of money, and people were obviously envious of you. They were like, how can they earn so much at such a young age? How could they do that? How can pile 3 be so successful? But your success comes in rapid bursts, I would say, pile 3. And people really think that your success is just rapid. It's just rapid. Everything, whatever, like sometimes people work really hard to get the success they want. They keep putting in efforts, they keep working years after years. And after a really long time, that success comes to them. They're able to reap the rewards of their hard work. But I feel like that's not the case with you guys. For some, yeah, it might be, but according to people, you're getting your success really quickly. That you have to put only a little amount of effort, or according to you, you do put in a lot of effort. But people don't know that, right? People don't know your story, your personal lives. They don't know that. So people think that, oh, you don't make much efforts, but just even if you put in a little bit of effort, you start seeing the results of it. You start seeing the rewards for it. But little do they know, I feel like, with you guys, pile 3, that you show that you don't put much effort. But when you're by yourself, when you're all alone, that is when you're working so hard. I feel like a lot of you guys you have really late sleeping hours. Sometimes you barely even sleep because you're so busy working towards your goals. You're so busy doing the best that you can do. And if that is the case, if that is what you guys do, then please, pile 3, take care of yourself. Get enough sleep, because it is important. You are meant to kind of enjoy your success. So, and I want you guys to enjoy your success. So for that, you have to be healthy. You have to be doing okay, in terms of your health. So just take care of yourselves, all right? So yeah, anyway, 6 of Cups. This tells me that people think that you're a really good friend. You're a wonderful friend, a very sincere, loyal, beautiful, funny, amazing friend. People love to be your friend. And I feel like, because 6 of Cups is about, the past, and all of that. So this really tells me that you're the kind of person who doesn't break off friendships. People can, sometimes it happens that, people move away and they just lose touch, they lose contact, they don't make efforts anymore because of the lack of proximity, right? But that's not how you guys operate. I feel like no matter what kind of distance is between you and your person, be it a friend, be it a romantic partner, you will always manage to make it work. You will always kind of hold on to that relationship. You will still treat that relationship just as importantly as you treat your other ones. You won't be like, oh, that person's not in front of me anymore, so let's not bother. Or let's not make that much effort. No, you will still kind of call every day, message, text, treat them. But if that other person's not making the same efforts, of course, it's not a one-way street, right? So if the relationship is being broken off, if there's that whole losing touch thing happening, losing contact, it's because of the other party and not you, because you're always making the efforts, you're always making sure that that friendship, that relationship is there. So I feel like a lot of times you've had to deal with people who just broke off, who just stopped talking to you one day, and there's nothing you can do about that, but it's not from your end. I feel like you guys are really sincere, you guys are really loyal, and you guys are amazing friends. People love to be your friend. People really think that you are the best friend anyone can ever have, pile 3. All right. Then we have 4 of Cups here. So this really tells me sometimes, this card is telling me that people think that you're very selective, pile 3, in everything. In the kind of people you associate with, and the kind of people you like to share your energy with, the kind of things you like to buy. You will not just buy anything and everything. No, you will like one particular thing in amongst a collection of a lot of other things, and you're like, this is the only one that I want. People will be like, okay, how about this one? Maybe you can try this one, or maybe try that one. But you're like, no, I want that one. I want that particular thing. You're willing to wait for it if it comes to that. If suppose you want a pair of shoes, for example, and it's not in your size, or it's not in the color that you want, right? So you will ask that person, the salesperson, that can you check if it's available anywhere else, like in any of your other branches. And if it's there, you'll go there. You'll go and get that particular shoe. And if that person's like, oh, it's out of stock right now, but it'll come after a certain amount of time, you're like, okay, I'll just wait for it. You're willing to wait for that, but you're not willing to settle for less. And that just shows how powerful you guys are, pile 3. Some people might say that you're rigid, that, oh, you don't compromise, you're not flexible. And that's like, so, because you have your goals, you know exactly where you want to be, right? And you're not willing to settle for less. So people might say that, oh, your goals are so big and you shouldn't just because, and maybe you're not able to reach those goals right now, right? So people will be like, oh, your goals are so big, you shouldn't bother because you'll never be able to reach them. It's better if you do this instead and then try that. But you're like, no, no way. I'm not going to settle for less. I'm not going to compromise. So yeah, this one can be like, some people might think that you're really rigid. You're not flexible. So some people might take that as a negative, in a negative way. But I just feel like this just proves how strong you guys are, that you're not willing to settle. Because people who settle, yeah, they're just filled with regrets. Then I feel like, yeah, they're just reminiscing. They're just in this constant state of nostalgia where they're like, oh, I wish I would have done that. I wish I didn't have to settle for this. I wish I didn't have to settle for anything. I just wish I could live the life I wanted. I wish I just would have waited a little to get what I wanted. You're like that. And powerful, strong people, strong individuals. Then we have death in reverse. So I feel like this kind of tells me that, one, this kind of corresponds with this 4 of Cups, that, you're not willing to settle for less. You're not willing to be like, no, you're not willing to be like, okay, if this is not happening for me, I'll do this instead. You're like, no, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. It doesn't matter if I have the resources or not. I'm willing to wait for it until I do have it, but this is what I'll get. So some people are like, why are you so rigid? Why are you like that? Why are you so thick-headed? Why do you have to be so stubborn? Some people might think that you're stubborn, pile 3. But another thing that I'm getting from this card for you is that people are kind of afraid of you changing. People don't want you to change. People really don't. They love you the way you are. Sure, some people might get annoyed with you being stubborn, but at the end of the day, they still want you the way you are, So let's see what else we have. We have 7 of Cups in reverse. Yep, you're like, I don't care about the options that you give me. We have Empress. We have the World. We have Page of Cups. We have the High Priestess. Wow. Amazing. These major arcana cards are so powerful. Oh my goodness. Okay. Seven of Cups in reverse. Like I was saying, yeah, you're like, I don't want options. I don't care. You're so clear in terms of what you want, pile three, that sometimes it drives people crazy. And at times, people actually envy you. They're like, this person is so clear. People often are so confused about what they want from life, but you guys are not like that. A pile three, you guys are incredibly clear. You're like, this is what I want, and this is what I don't want. I want to go to this college. I want to get into this company. I want this career, and that's it. I don't want anything else. I don't care. Sometimes it could even be to the point where, you're like, I don't care if there's anything better out there. This is what I want. At this point in life, this is what I want, and that's it. I don't care if there are better things out there. For me, this is the best. Wow. It takes guts to have this kind of personality, pile three. You guys. Wow. Because sometimes life puts you in situations where people just give up. People are like, we can't do it anymore. We can't we can't deal with life. We cannot. Life is being too difficult. Maybe we shouldn't go down this path. So people just give up. People start compromising. They settle for less. But you're like, no, I don't care how tough life gets. I'm gonna do it. And then with the High Priestess, the Empress, the World. Whoa, you guys are really powerful beings, guys. And the High Priestess is clearly telling me that you're really strong intuitively. That you have a strong, your psychic powers might be really strong as well. And with the moon here, I'm getting drawn to this moon. So maybe you guys are attracted to the moon. You guys you guys feel a connection to the moon. Some people associate the moon with you. Maybe the meaning of your name means moon or something. Moonlight, moon, anything. Or it's just that maybe you were born when the moon was in a certain, probably you were born when it was a blue moon, or probably you were born when there was a lunar eclipse or something. So I just feel like there's some significance of the moon related to you guys. Or it's just that the way you guys look. Some people like to compliment people and they're like, oh, you look like the moon. You're so radiant and you're so beautiful and you're so handsome and all of that. I feel like that might be the case with you guys. People really might associate that. Or it's just that you love the moon so much that you have a lot of moon jewelry or a lot of moon paraphernalia, like clothes and all of that stuff. So people, every time they look at the moon, they think of you. They're like, yeah, this is for pile three. So if they are trying to get you a gift, they're like, let's get them something with a moon on it. They love that. So I just feel like in terms of the moon, you guys have this strong affinity for it. And then we have the World here. So like I was saying, 8 of Wands, 3 of Wands, you love to travel. And people know that. People are like, this person's a traveler. This person is going to conquer the world. Like, they will leave their footprints on every single country of the world. That's what people think. Like, if you have the means to do it, pile three, that's what people think that you'll do. You will leave your footprint all over the world. You'll go to every single country. And, you're constantly traveling. And maybe some people really think that, or maybe you're just someone who wants a job as, like you want your job to be something that requires a lot of traveling. So people know that you just love to travel. And some people might even say this person's a nomad, that all they do is just go from place to place. They don't settle down. And that's the thing with you guys. I feel like you go around, like if you are able to do that, if you are able to kind of go to different countries, I feel like you do it as a way to figure out exactly where you want to settle. Like if you want to put down your roots, you are looking for that perfect place for you. And it doesn't matter the pros and cons that it comes up with. Once you settle, once you go like, okay, this is my place, this is the place for me, this is my home, yeah, you'll make it your home no matter what. You'll be like, no, this is the one for me. So, and then we have the Empress here. So this is like the card of abundance. We also have Page of Cups here. So with the Page of Cups, the Empress, people think that you're so resourceful, like you are so like in terms of your talent and your creativity especially, that you're so resourceful that nothing is impossible for you. That's why people say that your success comes to you in rapid bursts, because you're so full of creativity that you're able to make things happen for yourself. Even if things are not going your way, you don't have you don't have enough resources, you will use your creative mind to turn those lack of resources into abundance. That's how magical and powerful you guys are. Oh my goodness, pile 3. Wow. Okay, then we have seeker. Light attribute. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Oh my goodness, we have the nomad thingy thing, a person here. Like, this looks like a nomad to me. You're going to a place, and maybe it is because you want to go around the world. You want to meet different people, experience different cultures, to get more knowledge. You're just someone who loves to experience different cultures. A pile 3. And so people know, if they're talking about you, they're thinking about you, the first thing that comes to their mind is like, this person's a traveler. Like, they're all like, this person is just gonna go around the world. if they could. Oh, and then we have athlete. Dedication to transcend physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. Guys, sometimes people associate, like, sometimes people kind of mistake willpower as stubbornness. So that's what I'm saying. Some people might say that you're really stubborn, that you don't just settle, you don't compromise, but it's just that you're really willful, that you have a strong sense of willpower, and that's why you don't settle. You're like, no, I'm not going to compromise. Why should I do it? Even if life is trying to force you down, life is trying to knock you down, you're like, no, I'm gonna go down fighting, or I'm not gonna go down at all. You guys are like that. You guys have, and athletes are like super strong, physically, mentally, they have to be strong. If they are falling weak in any aspect, then of course it's gonna affect their strength as well. So this really tells me that you guys, some of you guys might even have this athletic build, so people just look at you and they're like, oh, this person's into sport. You might not be into sport, but you just love to take care of yourself. You love to exercise. But people are like, yeah, some people just associate sports with you as well. And then we have virgin. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So that's what I was saying, with the this one, 6 of Cups here, that you are a wonderful friend. People really associate the words pure and, like purity of heart and spirit. So people really think that you're a pure soul, pile 3. You really are. You can be stubborn at times, sure. According to people, you can be stubborn, but your heart's in the right place. You will never kind of crush anybody for your success. You will not. You are ready for your success. You're willing to do whatever it takes, but you're not willing to do anything wrong. You're not willing to hurt anybody to get your success. If you think that your success is going to come at a cost of somebody else's suffering, you're not going to go for that. You're like, I'm going to wait until the circumstances are right to make things happen, but I'm not going to make the other person suffer. Wow. You guys, mentally so strong, spiritually so strong. I am proud of you. I'm so happy to read these cards for you, to get to know you guys more, to see that you guys are so powerful, pile 3. All right, so this is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's see how people define you. Okay, we have Page of Swords, the Empress, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Strength, and the Hanged Man. Okay. All right. Some people, pile 4. One thing with the Page of Swords and Ace of Pentacles in reverse, I'm getting this message that people think and they define you as the wind. You are super fast, because Earth is the opposite, Earth is like all stability, balance, staying in one place, just being rooted to one spot. You're the exact opposite of that. People think that you're like the wind. You're like everywhere. You're ubiquitous. Some people might even say that, you talk really fast, or you move really fast, you walk really fast. Everything you do, like in terms of talking, and when when it comes to ideas, your ideas come really quickly to you. When it comes to studying, you are able to grasp new concepts really quickly, faster than everybody else. You're able to solve, like if it's a math problem that's given to you or something, you're able to solve those problems really quickly. So people really associate you guys with like the wind. They think that, and probably you're someone who, because I'm seeing like a lot of blue and everything, I don't know, but I think that maybe you have a lot of air in your chart. Like maybe you are an air sign. You might have an air sign in your big threes, or you just might have a lot of planets sitting in air signs, in your birth chart. But you guys are like that, you guys are like the wind, rapid, fast, and wow. I'm just getting this like you guys are going at some light speed or something and just doing everything so quickly. So, but at the same time, with the Page of Swords, people also think that you're very talkative, very chatty, but the thing is that you're a very good communicator, pile 4. People love talking to you, and people know that you will have all the gossip. Like they know it. They know that, okay, if people want gossip, they come to you because you have it all. We have Page of Swords here. This is the messenger card. So pages were like, they were the messengers in the past, and they would take messages from the king and take it to the other person, whoever they were supposed to give it to. So this is like that. That's why people think that you have all the gossip. That's why whenever people want to gossip, they're looking for that thing, they'll come to you. And sometimes, and I feel like you guys know that somewhere, that people only come to talk to you because they want the scoop, they want the gossip. Otherwise, if people don't, if there's no news, nothing spicy going around, people wouldn't come to you. That's how you feel. That's somewhere that. So people really think that you have all the gossip, you have all the news. Apparently, you know exactly what is going on around the world. Some people might even say that you're going to grow up to be, like, if you're not already, that you will one day be a journalist because you're able to get information. You're really resourceful when it comes to getting information out of people, be it interviewing, be it observing people, but you are able to garner and gather a lot of information. So when it comes to being a detective, I feel like you guys are going to be the best at it. Some people really have this opinion of you that you'll make a really great detective. You'll make a really good private investigator. You will make a really good, like I'm saying, journalist, a writer. Maybe you guys are very good at that as well. You guys are very good in terms of creative writing. And we have the Empress here. Of course we do. Why did I? Ooh, okay. This, from where I'm sitting, like this, and like this thing going here, and then this tip here looks like a feather to me. So like a quill, the one that you used to write with. So this really tells me that in terms of creative writing, you guys are really good. So if you guys are aspiring to be writers, go for it, pile 4. People really think that you will make a really solid and a really talented and a really intelligent writer. So yeah, wow. But in terms of your communication skills, you guys are at a really high level, at a different level from everybody else. Even if you're someone who doesn't talk much, you might be like, no, they're talking about me being chatty, and I'm not chatty, I don't talk. Just because you don't talk doesn't mean you don't have information, pile 4. You're someone who doesn't engage in gossip, but that doesn't mean that you don't know all the gossip anyway. You have all the information. You have this way of getting information. Maybe you just attract information to you. Like you're just minding your own business one day, doing your work or something, and this other person will come along and they'll tell you that piece of information that you need. Or you don't even need it. They'll just come and give you that piece of information. And next thing you know, people are gossiping about that same particular thing. They're wondering, okay, what happened? And you're the one who knows the truth. But just because you're not fond of gossip, or you're shy, you're not into, talking to everyone, you will keep that information to yourself. But this card clearly tells me that when it comes to information, you guys you guys are the experts. Either you just attract information without doing anything, like you're at a soul level, you attract it, or it just comes to you, maybe because you guys are meant to have all the information, so it's like a blessing coming from the universe. Because knowledge, guys, knowledge is a power. Like, it's, as long as you have knowledge, you have information. Information is a commodity, that, Pile 4. People sell information these days. You know something, you make a course out of it and you sell it. That's what people are doing these days. So when you have the information, when you have the skill level, when you have the expertise, and I do see that you guys have it, of course, you guys can do that. You guys, if you want some passive income ideas, maybe create your own course or something. Just throwing that out there for you guys. And then we have strength here. Obviously, because I just told you that Ace of Pentacles is like, you guys, you're not in one place. You know everything. You know exactly what is happening in the other part of the world. Because maybe you're fond of reading news or something, or you just have friends who are giving you that information. But you are able to, or maybe you're just scrolling through Instagram, and you come across some tidbit of information that about what is happening across the globe or something, and next thing you know, you're talking to people, and if you're talking to someone, they will be like, really, when did that happen? You're like, do you not watch the news or something? Maybe your Instagram feed, instead of influencer pictures, maybe it is filled with news, what do you call those? You follow the news on Instagram or something, on your social media. Basically, you use your social media to get more information. You use social media to get more knowledge, rather than just looking at pictures of celebrities. Maybe that's not what you're there for. You use your social media for a more knowledgeable purpose. So anyway, we have the strength here. So obviously, this card speaks for itself. It tells me exactly, like, another way people define you is a very strong individual. Maybe I'm sensing this is more in terms of your physical attributes, like your appearance, that you have really strong build. You have a really powerful build. Like, even if you're not like muscular or anything, but when you walk into a room, people feel that power. People feel that energy radiating off of you. People feel your strength radiating off of you. So people can clearly be like, this person is strong. You don't have to be strong physically, but if you're not, you might be like, no, I'm not that strong. I'm weak, or I don't have muscles and all of that. I'm too slim, all of that. But when your strength is being radiated like that, people will be like, this person is strong mentally. They have a really strong personality. Maybe in terms of your personality, people associate this strength word with you. They're like, this person, Pile 4, is strong. And people will be like, how? And then people will start talking about you, and they'll start explaining as to how you're strong. They'll talk about your personality. They'll talk about your mental strength, all of that stuff. But yeah, so you don't have to be strong in a traditional sense. But yeah, some of you might be. You might have that build, a strong build. But, or maybe it could just be that maybe on the outside you don't look as strong, but internally your body is like really strong. You guys are healthy from the inside. Like, you guys might have strong immunity, something like that. Then we have the Hangman. So this tells me that you guys are really unique. People, when they'll think about you, if they have to define you, like if people are like, okay, how is Pile 4? One word that will come to people's mind is the word strange. It's the word weird, and in a good sense, in a positive sense, not in a negative sense. Some people, yeah, it could be negative because, their level might not match with yours, so they'll think of you as negative weird, negative strange. But most of the people will be like, Pile 4 is weird, and in a very interesting way. They'll say that you're interesting, you're unique, you are different than everybody else, because the Hangman's here, all about different perspective, thinking outside of the box. Yeah, so you guys should be proud of being weird, because yeah, that's what makes you so different and so interesting. All right, then we have Ace of Swords. Okay, right underneath Page of Swords. This just clearly tells me you guys are very good at communicating. So if you do not communicate, maybe you should try doing so. You never know where your strength lies. We have 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Tower. Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying, you guys are so strange. All right, so with the Ace of Swords here, right next to 8 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Page of Swords, all these 4 cards are telling me that not only are you a very creative individual, but I was saying that you guys are very good at communication. But the thing is that it doesn't have to be like the mainstream form of communication, like texting or talking or writing. Maybe you communicate best in terms of your art. Maybe you paint a picture and people can clearly see what you're thinking. Like your paintings might talk to people. You might communicate your emotions, your pain through your art. It could be, and if you don't paint, maybe you write a song, you do poetry or something, or you dance. But you have this way of communicating with people. You don't have to do it with words necessarily, pile 4. So if people are talking about your talents, they're talking about your skills, people do say that, pile 4's paintings, they literally speak to you. Or pile 4's poetry, it literally speaks to you. You can relate to it. It's like they're talking to you. That's how people will, that's what people will say. So people don't necessarily, you don't have to think that you might think that, oh, nobody understands me. And maybe at some level, people will never understand you because you're so different with the Hangman and the Tower here. But when you're doing art, when you're engaged in a creative pursuit, you're able to send that message across the world. So I feel like you guys can make a big difference in this world in terms through your art, pile 4. You guys can do that. If you want to send a message, maybe your words will not be as impactful as probably your art, like your paintings or your poetry might be, or your dance. If you dance or if you act or something, that will have a stronger impact on the world, on the public, as compared to you going around and telling people stuff. So maybe keep that in mind, about what you want to do. And then we have 10 of Cups and we have Page of Wands. So this really, like all these rainbows are telling me, also have the Empress here, that you are so creative, so creative, pile 4. I've got this message that you're creative in like other piles, but this kind of intensity, this kind of powerful creativity, like yours is like the most intense one. Yours is the most powerful one, I would say. The most, I don't know, I just feel like yours is just more in some way. You guys are just more creative in some way. And I just feel like you guys can see this one, Page of Wands. This tells me that you have some unexplored talents hidden within you guys, pile 4. And some people will say that. Some people actually say that, you are someone with hidden talents. Some people actually define you as that pile 4 is a person of hidden talents. You never know what they might do, because there's nothing that can stop. There's nothing that they cannot do. We have 10 of Cups here. There's nothing that you cannot do. That's what people are saying. That's what people define you as, that you are able to do everything and anything, because we have Empress here. We have all these cards of abundance, all these cards that talk about limitless potential, infinite power. These are the cards that are coming. These are the messages that I'm getting for you guys, a pile 4. So people will say that you are someone with hidden talents. And people should be, and of course with the Tower here, some people will also associate the word unpredictable with you guys. They'll be like, pile 4 is unpredictable. You never know what they'll do. Hidden talents and unpredictability, because you're so different. The way you guys think is so different, and the way you guys communicate is so different that people are not able to catch up. People are not able to figure out what your next move is going to be. So they're just like, pile 4 is unpredictable. You better not mess with them, because you don't know what they'll do. You never know whether they'll strike back or they'll just walk away. You never know. So it's better not to mess with them in the first place, just be on their good side. And with the Page of Wands here, I feel like you guys are constantly surprising people. Like all your cards are telling me that you are full of surprises, a pile 4. And people are just like, that's why sometimes people get exhausted around you in your presence. They get really exhausted because not only are you doing things really fast, like they're just watching you and they get tired because you're doing everything so fast, you're speaking so fast, people have a hard time keeping up. Like if that's the message that resonates with you, and you talk so fast that sometimes people are like, can you slow down? We don't even know half the things you said. We lost you after 2 minutes of something. um, so so sometimes people get tired trying to keep up with you, trying to figure out, okay, this is where they're going. Like your mind is like, it travels really fast. And sometimes you guys even end up stumbling upon your words and mumbling even, because sometimes your mind is going so fast that your mouth is not able to keep up with it, like your tongue is not able to keep up. That's why sometimes you jumble up your words. You say like you mean something, but then it just comes out as some garbled mess, and then you have to correct yourself and be like, and that's not that because you're stupid or anything, or you're dumb, or you don't know how to talk. It's just that your mind is faster than your physical body, like your mouth, it's just faster. So yeah, it's nothing to do, and that just shows how powerful and intelligent you guys are, pile 4. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay. Oh, how did that okay, we have artist. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Guys, I'm telling you, you guys are artists, you guys are so creative, and that's why your creativity is going to have a bigger impact than just you going around and screaming in a bullhorn or something. Use your art to make the impact, to mark the world. Use your art, be it anything, be it your writing, creative writing, poetry, dance, acting, painting, music, anything. Okay, we have a mentor. So passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So some people associate the word mentor with you because they seek a lot of guidance from you. People will come and talk to you, like a page of swords. I was telling you that people come to you for gossip, but some people might just come to you for advice because they know that you will give the best advice, and you have a way of giving advice. You will not just go on a tangent, you will not just go on a lecture about what the person should do. You will know how to kind of phrase it in the perfect way that it will have the right impact on the right individual. So that's why a lot of people, they come to you for guidance, they come to you for, and maybe you guys can use that, you guys can use your voice to help people, to send the message across. Maybe social media is a perfect tool for you guys to really make an impact in the world, because you guys can help a lot of people. However, I do see that you guys have the potential to help people globally, and people know that and like I'm saying, you guys have a lot of untapped potential. So maybe this is something that you don't know about yourself, that you guys can actually impact the world. So work on that, explore that talent of yours. People might know it, but they might be like, no, that's not, they know this internally. They might say to your face that you're very superficial and everything, but deep down they know that you can, if once you realize your true power, pile 4, you can do wonders. And we have Samaritan. Refine your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. This really tells me that you guys are really selfless. Some people actually say that as well, that you are very selfless. You're always all about helping people, and that's the thing. You have a lot of information that you use it to the best of your abilities as well. You don't just hoard information. You might but the thing is that you guys might come across some valuable information, and you know that if it's of a sensitive nature, you will not talk about it. But if you think that piece of information can help someone, you will definitely help that person out, and you will not care if you're getting anything back in return or not. So you're very selfless beings, and sometimes you end up helping people at the cost of your own health, your own time, your own self, basically. So just be a little careful on that. Do not kind of overdo it, because you need to take care of yourselves as well. All right, pile 4. So this is all I have for you, pile 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.